make babies for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next are the Texans' rookie running back. He was outstanding last week, racking up a ton of yards and touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the second overall pick out of BYU, now in his second season. That's Zach Wilson.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Now it's Wilson. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cooks on the quick slant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. It was all capped off by a run from the rookie, Dameon Pierce. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill. They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 17 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Tannehill. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Treylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. First down, they go right back to Pierce. Elijah Molden up to make the stop. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, here's Pierce. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Wilson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Lewis. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Touchdown! Mercedes Lewis. His second touchdown of the season. And the Texans have moved out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. They run wide side with Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Touchdown, Texans! Mercedes Lewis. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44, Tannehill. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now. Because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So here are the Texans to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Mechie has it on the slant.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This is taken at the 18, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Holding, offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Texans will take over. On 1st down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. A run for Pierce out of the gun. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Wilson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very
under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw, Tannehill. The flush. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. George Karlaftis. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Back now in Houston. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his big tight end here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Give to Pierce. Down to about the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. A give to the fullback on the dive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Try and take him home. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ben Mason punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down, Tannehill. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Pass complete. He's got Wood streaking across the field. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Tannehill.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Tannehill on first down. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Tannehill.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement.